Welcome to the Warehouse Theater Company Story Time. I'm Grace, and tonight I have a really fun book for you. It's called Who Did Patrick's Homework? And it's by a new author. Her name is Carol Moore, and she gave us permission to read this. So thank you, Carol. Let's start. Who did Patrick's homework? Patrick never did homework. Too boring, he said. He played baseball and basketball and Nintendo instead. His teachers told him, "Patrick, do your homework or you won't learn a thing." And it's true. Sometimes he did feel like a ding-a-ling. But what could he do? He hated homework. Then, on St. Patrick's Day, his cat was playing with a little doll and he grabbed it away. Well, to his surprise, it wasn't a doll at all, but a man of the tiniest size. He had a little wool shirt with old-fashioned breeches and a high, tall hat, much like a witch's. He yelled, "Oh, save me! Don't give me back to that cat! I'll grant you a wish, I promise you that." Oh, Patrick, he couldn't believe how lucky he was. Here was the answer to all of his problems. So he said, "Only if you do all my homework till the end of the semester, that's 35 days. If you do a good enough job, I could even get A's." The little man's face wrinkled like a dishcloth thrown in the hamper. He kicked his legs and he doubled his fists and he grimaced and scowled and pursed his lips. "Oh, am I cursed? But I'll do it." And true to his word, that little elf began to do Patrick's homework. Except there was one little glitch. The elf didn't always know what to do, and he needed help. "Help me," he'd say. And Patrick would have to help in whatever way. "I don't know this word," the elf squeaked while reading Patrick's homework. "Give me a dictionary. No, what's even better, look up that word and sound it out, letter by letter." When it came to math, Patrick was out of luck. "What are times tables?" the elf shrieked. "We elves never need that, and addition and subtraction and division and fractions. Here, sit down beside me. You simply must guide me." Elves knew nothing of human history. To them, it's a mystery. So the little elf, always a shouter, just got louder. "Go to the library. I need books, more and more books. And you can help me read them too." As a matter of fact, every day, in every way, that little elf was a nag. Patrick, he was working harder than ever, and was it a drag. He was staying up nights, had never felt so weary, and was going to school with eyes puffed and bleary. Finally, the last day of school arrived, and the elf was free to go. As for homework, there was no more. So the elf quietly and slyly slipped out the door. You see, in the end, Patrick still thought he'd made that tiny man do all of his homework. But I'll share a secret. Just between you and me, it wasn't the elf. Patrick had done it himself. Oh, thank you for listening. You are a good listener, I can just tell. Hey, tune in tomorrow for the Warehouse Theater Company's Sharing Books. Bye-bye.